Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Okay, Yashveer Singh has asked, why do you create WhatsApp groups when you are not providing anything on it? Yashveer, the WhatsApp group are meant to be as one-stop destination for all communication through DevTown, especially like the notifications that the bootcamp is starting, that the students are immediately alerted about it. As well as in the future, whenever we will be having. So we are not very sure with how we are managing it right now because, like I said, like these boot camps, like we have remodeled the boot camps as of this particular point of time, so it will take us some time. Okay, give us some time. Like we have planned a lot of different things for the next month, and so we are continuously trying to understand what and how we have to deliver all the things. So for example, last up to last week we used to provide all the notes and everything on the Discord channel. Now some of the students suggested that we should be providing it on the WhatsApp groups. So we are still like we are debating about it right now, how we should be proceeding further with it. Okay. So yeah, we'll definitely try our best. All your feedbacks, that's great, Yashvi, that you're able to provide us with such a great feedback. And whatever your suggestions are, we really appreciate it. But we'll try our best so that we are able to keep in mind that how we are able to model the entire community, because modeling the community is a really tough job for me. I have always been an instructor, a developer, so handling a community is not my forte. But I'm trying my best because I and Ashish, so we are two people who are running DevTown. Ashish is a data engineer from KPMG. So we are running DevTown and we are trying our level best so that we are able to model this entire community around us. We'll try our best so that you guys are able to get everything in the best possible manner, and we are able to build a engaging community around this as well. So definitely we'll try our best. Any and every suggestions that you guys are having, any feedback that you guys are giving us, we are definitely trying our best that we are able to bring some changes on that as well. So don't worry, like it will take some time. Okay, it will take some time from our end as well, because it isn't just possible to structure the entire management portal in just one day. But yeah, we'll definitely try our best. Okay. Didn't get my Hotstar clone attendance certificate. Himanshu, I'm not very sure of it. Usually, these certificates are sent after 3 to 4 days of a bootcamp has ended. So it might take some time, but don't worry. Like try our best. Like be patient. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of different things that we are currently doing. So it might take some time from our end, but you will definitely get it. Okay. Okay. Uh, I guess you use Telegram instead of WhatsApp group. Rahul, the Telegram is a particular thing that there was some mishap in which one of our interns left with the access of the Telegram group. So right now we don't own the Telegram group. Like the group is ours, but we don't have access to it. So we cannot like push all the students right over there to find that one day that channel is gone at the end of the day. So we are trying our best so that we are able to do it. Okay. I can't understand how to change the order of the graphs using Seaborn. We haven't discussed that mimics. We'll be doing it today. Okay. Is this certification useful for credit points? Saurav, for credit points, you need an internship certificate. This certificate is mostly to like show you guys, like when you're going to an interview, you will be able to show that, okay, this is the technology that I know, and this is the project that I've worked upon, and this is the verification for that. I'm so sorry for that. So when we'll get the notes, so it's a swim. Usually the notes are sent on the 7th day of the end of the boot camp itself. So we send all the notes at once, because dividing it piece by piece is not something that we want to do. Yes, so Slayers, I also agree that Discord is better, much more organized, but that organization is something like I'm also not familiar with Discord. So we are trying our best. Right now we have 20,000 members on Discord as well. We are trying our best so that we are able to do everything properly. Okay. Yes, we'll be providing the notes in the format of PDF. By notes, I mean whatever PDFs that I will be using. So for example, up till now, I haven't used any sort of PDF. So whatever I will be using, I'll be sending it to you guys. Okay, don't worry about it. Since Sarkar, the WhatsApp project contains JavaScript but not Bootstrap, how can we blindly copy? Saying that JavaScript is basically meant to just enhance the functionality of your website, that it looks like an exact ditto copy of Hotstar. That is the reason why we had to put up JavaScript right over there. We don't have any option. How can I join the WhatsApp group? Partha, I have no idea about that. Like, we'll have to ask management and I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, can I help you do the organization management in Discord? So Kavish, we have a team. So Kanishk, one of our designers, is currently doing that. So we'll definitely try to improve upon that as well. Like I said, any and every feedback that we are able to get from your end is always very appreciated. Okay. Will you teach how to deploy the application on this bootcamp? So we will be using, Balu will be using, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing anybody's name, so please do not take it personally, but yeah. So in this bootcamp, we are going to use Code Sandbox, and Code Sandbox automatically deploys it for you. You don't have to do that. Okay, so it will be a deployed project. Don't worry about it. Okay. When is the DSA bootcamp? So we have planned a DSA bootcamp at the end of July. So we'll have one demo bootcamp just to check whether people are interested in DSA bootcamps. And we'll be having like C++ and like one of the topics like arrays or linked list as the bootcamp topic for DSA. So let's see how that goes on as well. But the problem with DSA bootcamps is cannot have a project in that. So we need to identify how we will be able to cater to that entire thing as well. Maybe we'll have like 2-3 coding questions that we'll be doing throughout the boot camp. So we are definitely planning on that. Like it takes a lot of planning to really come up with a particular boot camp, like what project, how the project should be made, how we'll be teaching those projects to you guys, what are the basics that we want to include in this particular boot camp. So all that we are definitely trying our best. Okay. When is Android boot camp? Android bootcamp is something that we haven't planned up this particular point of time. We have planned for like ML ops, big data, GCP, ML pipelining. We are having computer vision, Excel, Power BI, Angular, Flutter, React Native. So we'll definitely look into Android as well, but I think so it will be from the very end of August that we are currently planning out with new boot camps. So yeah. Okay, so should we start off with our today's class, guys? Today we'll be doing HTML because you need to understand HTML to its very core. We will to start off with React from tomorrow. So we'll do a HTML today just to understand it. Today's class will be a bit shorter as well. We'll be having a class of 1 hour. Okay, so don't worry about it. Should we start? Kavesh Patel, that's great, man. You are an intern at HCL Technologies. That's amazing. Okay. Should we start with HTML, guys? Please let me know. Should we start off with our class, guys? Please let me know. So, will we be getting certificates from Google and Microsoft for sure? So right now the Google certificates have been sent to the students. I can even show it to you guys. I don't know whether the Microsoft certificates have been sent or not because we have to send it the list of students who have qualified to Microsoft first of all, and then Microsoft sends out those certificates. So I'm not very sure whether those certificates have been sent by their end, but from our end, the Google certificates I think so have been shared. Let me just showcase that to you guys. I think so. This is the Google certificate. So this is the Google certificate that has been sent from Google sent. Okay, as you're able to see from right over here, and this is the okay, and this is the DevTown certificate that has been sent from our end. The Microsoft certificate usually happens after like 4 or 5 days of project submission because it's a company, they take their time. We cannot also do anything and we cannot even force them to do it as fast as possible. We always like to do it as fast as possible, but like I said, Microsoft is a huge company, so they take their time. So I think so in 1 or 2 days, the Microsoft certificates will also be delivered. I will ask my friend, like one of the management team is right now with me. So I've recently shifted to Bangalore. Not recently, at 4 o'clock I came to Bangalore right now, so I'm taking my this session from Bangalore itself. Okay. Charan, please check your email. Like all the DevTown certificates of Google also been sent. Like, let me just check. This is for the server authentication using Express and Node.js that happened on 16th of June. This is the certificate for that. So you're able to see that this certificate has been recently sent to them. So like I said, every bootcamp, these are companies, big companies, they take their time to send out the certificates. From our end, we try our best to send out the certificates of DevTown in 1 or 2 days, but the rest of the certificate via Google and Microsoft, it comes on their own pace. So you will have to be very patient with that, guys. Okay, don't worry about it. Should we start off with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Should we start off with our today's class, guys? Like, my voice is not well right now, so you might feel that coarseness in the voice, but I hope that you guys will be able to like adjust with that as well. Okay. The Microsoft certificates have been sent or not, Devish? Microsoft certificates. Just cross check once and let me know. Okay. So let's get started, guys. So all we need to open up the PPTs. Let me find out the PPT. Give me a second. Let's take this HTML CSS one. I'll just open up the live chat as well on my phone so that I'm able to see your live chat. Give me a second, guys. Okay, great. I'm able to see that as well. So let's get started. Of course, we are not going into CSS. We will be focusing much more upon HTML right now. You have already seen these pages that you have already seen and you have already learned from these pages itself. Now we are going to start off with our HTML. Okay, so let me just open up a code sandbox. What you have to do is you can just go to code sandbox. Again, guys, do not code along with me. Listen to me very carefully. Okay, and we will try our very best so that you guys are able to understand as much as possible. But please focus upon what I'm teaching right now. Do not code along with me. Otherwise, you will be skipping on concepts, and I don't want that at the end of the day. Okay. So let's start off with a new sandbox. We'll be creating a static sandbox. As I'm able to see from right over here, we'll be choosing the static sandbox. So this is the static sandbox that we have created as of this particular point of time. We are having the index.html page. So this is the page where you'll be writing the HTML code. Let me just remove the HTML code from right over here. So this is the place where you'll be writing your HTML code, okay, inside the index.html file. And this is the website that you'll be creating. So this is the browser. On the top right corner of the browser, you will be able to see a button that basically says open a new window. Okay, so I want you guys to click on this particular button. Okay, open a new window. So that will basically take out your website and just put it up on a new tab itself. Okay, so that your tab is on a different, like your website is totally deployed. You can access this website as well. Okay, so and we'll be writing our code right over here inside of index.html. Okay, so now index.html, just like you are having your .js file, you are having your Okay, so the buffering was only for a second, guys. Don't worry. Are you guys able to listen to me properly right now? Please let me know. I hope that you will be able to listen to me properly right now. Please do let me know. Okay, I'm live. It's everything is fine. If there is any kind of buffering in the middle, okay, just like try to wait for a second or two. It will automatically start. Like I said, I've shifted to a new location, so there might be an internet issue for a minute or two. So please, like, be patient, be calm. Okay, don't worry about it. If there is any type of lag, just write it once. I will be able to see it, and we'll stop right over there, and we'll continue from there itself. So don't worry about it. Okay, so we'll be having our HTML5. Okay, that is the version 5 of HTML that we are going to use right over here. Now, when you're creating an HTML file, the first thing that you need to start off is you need to understand that HTML or hypertext markup language. What is this markup language? We need to understand that first of all. Now, how many of you are familiar with the Egyptian, like ancient Egyptian languages itself? Okay, so Egyptian markups. So you are having your Egyptian languages that were there previously. So instead of using letters, instead of using words right over there, they usually use these type of like symbols to basically write stuff down. Okay, these type of symbols that were engraved in their pyramids and everything. So these are called as markups, where you are not using the actual text, but some symbols, so some like conceptual things, so that you are able to denote something, you are able to provide some extra information over your text itself. So those were called as markups, and it was the earliest markups that we have seen is in the Egyptian language, and that was one of the things that we have found that existed a very long period of time ago. And the same thing goes on with HTML as well. In HTML as well, hypertext markup language, we are also using a type of markup that we'll be using, but instead of having images to denote something, instead of having images to denote a text or denote some special requirements, we'll be using tags. Okay, in HTML you are having tags. So right over here, if I want to create a paragraph, if I want to create a paragraph in HTML, you're having a p tag that basically tells you that the text that is there, this text that is there, that is the context text that you are in, content text, that is basically your text, and you're having these markups, you're having these tags that are there, like these paragraph tags. This basically tells you, that provides you an extra information that this text is a paragraph right over here. Okay, so let's try to understand this. One of the most basic tags that exist in HTML is to basically define that the document that you're currently creating is an HTML document. So you will be starting off with writing just HTML right over here. Okay, you'll be starting off with writing just HTML right over here. Okay, and all these tags are having an opening tag and a closing tag. So whatever code that I'm going to write between these two, this is called as the opening tag, that is the opening HTML tag, and the bottom one is called as the closing tag. So whatever HTML code that we are going to write will exist between this opening and the closing tag. Okay, it happen between this opening and the closing tag, as you are able to see right over here. Okay, so this basically tells that whatever HTML code that you are going to write, whatever, this is an HTML file, I know that, okay, but whatever code that we are going to write, that will be present between these two, the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. Now the entire body of the entire website is divided into two different types, okay, in two different parts. One of them is the body that you are able to see on your screen, and the other one is the metadata that you want to include for your website. Now, what is the metadata, guys? Do somebody does know about metadata? Please let me know. Are you guys have you guys some basic understanding about metadata? Okay, please let me know, guys. Do you have some basic understanding about metadata? Okay, no issues in that, guys. So metadata is basically data about data, or information about data. Let's consider this right over here. You're having this phone, okay? You are having this phone right over here. You know that this is an iPhone, okay? You know that this is an iPhone. You're able to see that this is a blue in color as well, and so on and so forth. So you are able to identify from the object itself that what this object is. But still, it comes pre-packaged in a box. And on that box as well, it will be written that, okay, this has been made by Apple. You know that iPhones are made by Apple, but still it will be written on the box. It will have the information where it was manufactured. It will have the information about what is the cost of this particular product, what is the color of this particular product. It'll have an image of this particular product right over there as well. Now, all this information about the phone itself is called as metadata. All this information about the phone itself is called as metadata. It is some additional data that you want to provide to the users. Okay, it is some additional data that you want to provide to the users. So metadata is basically providing data about the data. Okay, right over here, the website that you're currently creating. Okay, so your website is the data. Here, your website is the data. You want to provide some additional information about this website as well, that you don't want to show on the, like when you're visiting this particular website, you don't want that information to be showcased to the user, but you want to have some additional. So who created this particular website, what is the name of this particular website, so all this additional data about the website is called as metadata. So now you will be creating another tag that is called as the head tag. Okay, and inside the head tag you are having the additional information that you want to store, or the metadata that you want to store. An example of the metadata would be the name of this particular website. What is the name of this website that you're creating? So that you can store inside the title. Okay, title is another tag that exists in HTML, inside of which you will be storing the name of the website. So right over here, if I'm going to this website, okay, if I'm going to my website right over here, you're able to see in the new tab, okay, in the tab section itself, it's showing HTTPS, then 26s9x3.csv.app. Now, this is the current name of this website. I don't want this name. I want the name of my website to be first, my website. Okay, I'm saving the title of this website. I'm saving the name of this website as my website right over here. So I'm going back to my website, reloading the page. As you're able to see now, the name of in the title, in the tab section itself, has been changed to my website. The name in the title has been changed. The name in the tab has been changed to my website. That is where you are providing this additional data inside of head. Okay, now whatever you want to showcase on the website itself, whatever you want to showcase in this white section, that is called as the body of the website. That is called as the body of the website. Everything that you want to showcase on this canvas, on this browser itself, that goes on inside another tag that's called as the body tag. That goes on inside another tag that's called as a body tag right over here. So for example, I want to write hello world. Okay, so this is the information that I want to showcase on my website. So whatever information that I want to showcase on the website itself, that goes on inside the body tag. So I'm going back to my website, reloading the page. As you're able to see, we are getting this text printed on our screen. That is, hello world, it's Sharasana. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. You won't be able to start with React without maybe having some basic knowledge about HTML, guys. That is the reason why we need to understand HTML. Are you guys able to understand up till here? I'm covering very basic things. Okay. Now, for example, I want to, whenever you are going on a particular website, you are having some sort of, let's say, title. Okay, so for example, a very big bold text right over there on the website, that's called the heading as well. So if you want a big bold text on your website as well, so for example, I want my name as the heading of this website. For that, you are having another tag called as the h1 tag. Having another tag that is called as the h1 tag. It's basically your big bold text that you want to have. So I want to write Sharasana right over here, Control S. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, the normal text that we wrote, hello world, it's Shaurya, it's small and it's not bold as well. Whereas the text that we had written in between the H1 tag, that's the heading itself. And that is big and bold on our screen right over here. Okay, big and bold on our screen right over here. Okay, now let's try to do one thing, that it isn't compulsory to use the HTML tag. It isn't compulsory to use the heading tag. Okay, this is not, it isn't compulsory to use the body tag. If I'm removing the HTML and the body tag from right over here, I'm removing the body and the head tag from right over here. I'm just having my title tag and I'm having my h1 and the paragraph tag right over here. Okay, this is the everything that we are having. Okay, there's no head HTML, there is no heading, there's no body tag, nothing of that sort. Still, our website will function as the exact same way. There will be no changes in the website. It will still work perfectly. Now, this is due to the fact that your browsers have become very smart. The browsers have become very smart and they by default, okay, if you're not writing the HTML, you're not writing heading, you're not writing body, it will still include that inside this code. It will still auto include that inside the code. You don't have to do that. But this is not the right way of writing the code itself. Okay, because see, there are some conventions that you need to follow. The developers all around the world are working and contributing to the same documentation and taking up the same rules and regulations for writing the code. These are called as conventions, the rules developed by the community themselves. Having this HTML tag, having this head tag and the body tag basically helps you at the end of the day. For example, if I want to just deal with the metadata, I just want to understand, okay, what are the metadata about this website? I don't have to go through like 10,000 lines of code to find out the metadata. Where is it? Okay, I can directly, I know that all the metadata will reside inside my head tag. So I'll definitely directly go inside my head tag and see all the metadata from right over there. So this is just based on conventions. You have to write this. You don't have an option. If you're not writing it, of course, your website will still function, but you're not called a good developer because you're not working according to the conventions that have been set up by the development community. Okay? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So once you've understood this, let's go back to our PPT. Let's try to understand it in a much more clear sense. Okay, so every tag that you're having, there might be some tags that will be singular tags as well. We will be looking at. Okay, but you need to understand just the basics. Okay, today's session is very short and very sweet as well. I won't be like, I understand that you guys also need some time to basically recuperate from these boot camps as well. So don't worry. Like I said, these sessions will be very easy. Indentation is important. Yes, indentation is also a convention that has been set up. Why indentation are important? I will be letting you guys know like in a few PPTs itself, like in 1 or 2 pages, you will be able to understand why we have indentation. Okay, don't worry about it. So each of these tags are having an opening tag and the closing tag. This basically defines the properties that are going to be applied to this particular text. And this text is your content. Now I can represent this entire line of code. You're having the paragraph tag. Okay, whenever you want to write some paragraphs, you are having this paragraph tag right over here. Okay, so this can be represented as a node as well. This can be represented as a node as well. Let's look at from a drawing perspective. So right over here, the code that we have currently written on our screen that we have previously seen, looked at something like this. Okay, you are having your HTML. Okay, then you're having the closing HTML tag as well. Okay, then you're having your head tag right over here. Then you're having your closing head tag here as well. Inside of that, you're having your title tag. Then you're closing some content and then some closing title tag. Then you're having your body tag right over here. Inside the body tag, you are having your, let's say, the h1 tag and the paragraph tag. Okay, you're having your h1 tag right over here, some content and some paragraph tag, again some content inside of it. As you're able to see, there is some hierarchy that you're able to find. On the outermost end that encompasses everything is basically your HTML. Then you are having your head and the body tag that is encompassing some of the stuff. Inside your head tag, you are having your title tag. Inside your body tag, you're having your h1 and the paragraph tag. So I will be able to showcase this as a tree-like structure as well. Okay, I will be able to showcase this as a tree-like structure as well. So on the top, you are having your HTML. Okay, on the most outer end of the entire structure, you are having your HTML. Inside your HTML, if you are able to see from the code as well, you are able to see from the code itself, if I'm compressing this, you are able to see that inside your HTML, you are having your head and the body tag. Okay, you are having your head and the body tag right over here. Okay, so we can go back to our code and we will be able to see from right over here, you are having your head and the body tag inside of it. Now if you're going inside your body tag, inside your head tag, okay, if you're going inside the code and you're opening up just the head tag, you're having the title tag inside of it. Okay, you're having the title tag inside of it. So if you're going back to our drawing, we're able to have inside our head tag, we are having your title tag. And inside the title tag, we are having some content. Inside the title tag, we are having some content. Similarly, inside the body tag, we are having your h1 and the paragraph tag. Okay, we are having the body tag, we are having your h1 and the paragraph tag. And inside of the h1 tag, again, we are having some content. And inside the paragraph tag as well, we are having some content right over here. So we can represent the entire code, whatever code that we have written right over here, okay, whatever code that we have written right over here, we are able to identify it in a tree-like structure as well. Okay, we are able to create a tree-like structure as well. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know. Again, Veer, I've already told you guys not to code along with me. Listen to what I'm saying, otherwise you'll be skipping on the particular topics. Okay. Now, inside this entire tree-like structure as well, there is some hierarchy. Okay, inside the tree-like structure as well, there is some hierarchy that you are able to see. HTML is on the top, then you are having head and body, then you are having title H1 and P. And this is very similar to how you are able to understand a family tree. So most of you must have heard about family trees when you were dealing with like in your childhood, you must have learned about family trees as well. So think about HTML. HTML is your parent. HTML is your parent. Head and body are the children to HTML. HTML is the parent of head and body tag. Okay, think of it as a family tree where you are only having just two things, that is head, you are having a parent, children, and siblings. These are the three things that you are having in this family tree: parent, children, and siblings. Okay, so HTML is the parent. So how we are able to define parent in this tree? Okay, in your normal family tree, you will be having like the parent, like the immediate parent of two children is basically the parent of that. Similarly, right over here as well, the immediate like in the hierarchy, the immediate tag just above the current tag will be called as its parent. So HTML is the parent of head and the body tag. HTML would be the parent of the head and the body tag right over here. Similarly, head and the body tag will be the children of HTML tag. Are you able to understand this? Are you able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. HTML, okay, HTML, the parent. Ashish, there's a lot of internet issues, man. Recharge, just check into that. Recharge for Airtel. Just cross check that once again because it's showing like 0 kbps. I'm right now in the middle of the bootcamp, that's why I'm saying. एक बार क्रॉस चेक कर ले भाई, क्योंकि बूट कैम्प के बीच में बैठा हुआ हूँ, ले रहा हूँ मैं बूट कैम्प.